this thing on? All right, there we go. Alex, you're muted. You're muted, I can't hear you. Can you unmute?
Am I good now?
Yeah, there you are.
Oh, dude, it's been over a month since our last episode. I guess I forgot how to use Zoom. It's kind of crazy.
Hey, well, I don't know if you heard, but men's and women's basketball had a pretty big weekend this past weekend. We got a full slate of Temple athletics coming up this weekend, you know.
Hey, Super Bowl to add on is in 2 weeks, and guess who we got over there? Our guy Bruce Arians. We got our guy Todd Bowles and other people that graduated from Temple and Temple affiliation. I mean, that's awesome.
Hey, I mean, it sounds like we have a lot to talk about, so it's a good thing that we have a show this week. But first, let's take a timeout. Hello, and welcome back. If you don't remember us, that's okay. It has been a while, but you're watching Temple Timeout alongside Alex Call. I'm Brooklyn Vaughn.
Brooklyn, 56 days. It's been 56 days since they last saw us. Separation anxiety was starting to kick in for me at least. But anyways, just so excited to be back. I'm excited to get rolling. Here we go with highlights from Temple's exciting win over Tulsa on Tuesday. Listen, they were explosive. It's been a bit of a seesaw season so far, but the bright spots are peeking through. Young guns like Jeremiah Williams and Damian Dunn are looking clean, and oh man, Khalif battled Termy. He dropped 22 points and 11 rebounds. Dre Perry, been here for a long time, showed out with 17 points of his own. Big man Jake Forrester held down the block with 10 points, 6 rebounds in only 15 minutes. That's efficient. Tulsa didn't make it easy for them. They worked their way back from a 22-point deficit in the second half to make it a 7-point game before Temple put an end to that run. Coach McKay saw this coming and made sure his squad kept the foot on the gas for 40 minutes.
And one thing I said to our guys about this Tulsa team was they're never out of games. I've watched them win 2-3 games this year, being down 15, being down 20 points at the half and, fighting to get back in games. So they're a tough-minded group, and they battle and they fight. And, we had to hold on tight with our seatbelts on to bring this one home today.
Men's basketball returns to the hardwood this Sunday against Tulane at home. Tip-off was originally scheduled for 2 p.m. but has since been moved to noon, a few hours earlier. But hey, fellas, grab that OJ. It's going to be a little bit of an early morning. Over to the women's side of things now. Temple sits at 500, but an impressive 5-2 record in conference. Brooklyn, what do we got with them?
Yeah, this week's game against Wichita State was an eye-opener for anyone sleeping on the women's team this year. The Shockers took control early on and dominated throughout this game, but this one was all about the fourth quarter for the Owls. Roll those highlights, Brian. The Owls put up 20 points in the fourth quarter alone, and there's Jaisha Clinton proving to be no match for the Shockers defense. She didn't do it alone, though. It was a big day for Asona Alexander with 7 assists. There's one to Mia Davis to narrow the lead. Davis finishes this one just shy of a double-double with 16 points and 9 rebounds. There's Amani Mayo from beyond the 3. That'll be good, and the Owls go on to a 10-point run to close this one out over Wichita State. Final score from Pearson McGonigal, 65-55. Temple comes out on top.
We hung in there, we were down 9 points, I think it was, and being able to come back. And I think just our players saying that, no matter what the situation, if we fight and we work, good things will happen, and good things happen for them today.
Brooklyn's Ballers is back, baby. And you know what? This one was not even a debate. Few are worthy of the spotlight on this segment, but Jaisha Clinton is checking boxes after her impressive performance against Wichita State, putting up 21 points, shooting 61% from the field. She's landed on the AAC's weekly honor roll for the 3rd week in a row, and she was just named Big 5 Player of the Week. Did I mention she's a freshman? Clinton is making waves in her young career already. How's she doing it? Well, she says her teammates and her coaches have a big hand in it.
Having my coaches believe in me and my teammates believe in me, encourage me to keep doing what I'm doing, keep shooting, even if I miss, keep attacking the basket. That helps with a lot of that.
All right, Alex, I know it's the off season, and even though there's a lot of activity with that football team in the transfer portal right now, we can't go without mentioning the impressive former Owls who have a pretty big day lined up next Sunday.
I mean, exactly. How awesome is that? 7 total coaches, players, and staff are going to represent the Owls next Sunday in Tampa Bay. I remember earlier in the season, we talked about the large Temple presence in the Panthers-Bucks game with Matt Rule versus Bruce Arians, along with some other players. Here we are with one of those teams in the big game. To name a few, former Temple head coach Bruce Arians will run the show for the Bucks, along with Bucks defensive coordinator Todd Bowles, who played safety under Arians here at Temple from 81 to 85. His career was also extremely impressive. I hope you look that up. But along with those two, we also have Bucks assistant defensive line coach Lori Locust, who graduated from Temple in 85. This is exciting to see. Bruce Arians obviously didn't forget about who and what helped him get into this position, because his first head coaching gig started here on Broad Street. So here we are in that dreadful 2-week period between the conference championships and the Super Bowl. That dreadful 2-week, man, it's terrible. And because the Pro Bowl is less fun to watch than this year's football team, here's what we got to lift us up in the meantime. What are we looking at, Brooklyn?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the slate of Temple athletics for this upcoming weekend, because there is a lot going on. Temple announced last night that their weekend doubleheader with LaSalle has been postponed and replaced with a match against UConn on Saturday at 3 p.m. Women's basketball is headed down to New Orleans on Saturday to play Tulane at 1 p.m. and then again on Sunday at 3.
That's right. And hey, to wrap up the weekend, like I said earlier in the show, Sunday at noon, not 2 p.m., men's basketball is back in action against the Green Wave of Tulane. Hey, Temple handled Tulane a few weeks back, but Tulane's mascot is a wave, and you never know how much damage a tsunami can actually do. So we're going to see Sunday.
All right. Unfortunately, that is all the time we got for today's episode of Temple Timeout.
Just feels so great to be back, man. Brooklyn, it's awesome to see you again, and I'm stoked for the upcoming months. Don't forget, stay connected with us on Twitter, like always, at @TU_SportsDesk for the need to know. Well, I'm Alex Kyle. That's Brooklyn Vaughn, and we'll see you soon.